Why hello there! It's January 5th, 2347, and I am OGjimbo, the 9th, and this is my vlog. Amazing, isn't it? We're still vlogging in the year 2347. My holographic projection recorder isn't working for some reason, so this is not going to be, you're not going to be able to project this holographically, but please bear with me. In my last video, we talked about how an alien transmission was received from a distant planet sometime last year, which included audio of one of the aliens speaking in their language, and amongst the confusing sounding dialect you could clearly hear the words, Jesus Christ, repeated several times throughout one portion of the audio. And I made a video asking if the aliens had some kind of knowledge of Jesus Christ, if that would be proof that Christianity is actually real. Well, as it turns out, researchers have discovered that Jesus, what sounds like Jesus Christ, happens to be the aliens' word for a small rodent-like animal that they skewer on a stick and serve at a carnival-like celebration they have on their planet. And it's merely a coincidence that the word for this sounds like Jesus Christ. Apparently, actually, the portion of the audio which contained the word Jesus Christ several times was a recipe for how to barbecue the rodent and then consume it with your Gleeknork. It wasn't what we thought it was, but still, it raised many questions. If Jesus Christ were real, wouldn't you be able to find references to him in any and all intelligent societies you may encounter in the entire universe? For surely God wouldn't condemn an entire planet to burn in a fiery hellish pit for all eternity without at least first sending down Jesus to get crucified and spread the word? Shit, by the time Jesus did his whole little shtick here on Earth, he may already have played the whole thing out in 1,000 other worlds. 1,000 other times. Anyhow, interestingly, I came across some ancient historical recordings which can give us an idea of what Christians back around, I don't know, the turn of the millennium, 2011-ish. Apparently, when they thought of this idea of would aliens know about Jesus, they were convinced that if intelligent life were ever discovered elsewhere in the universe, it would be entirely unaware of Jesus, because most likely, we are so fucking special and so goddamn extraordinary that we are probably the only ones offered salvation by Jesus. And I thought, that is a peculiar idea indeed. I wonder what Christians these days think of such a thing. I don't know, it's hard to find them. You can't find it. It's very difficult to find them. I know I have maybe 10 Christian subscribers out of my measly 3.7 million subscribers. At least maybe 10 of them have to be Christians. Please, surviving Christians, explain to us. If Jesus Christ is real and he is the God of the universe, and there are other worlds filled with intelligent life throughout the universe, which we have only recently confirmed, there are other worlds filled with intelligent life throughout the universe, then wouldn't every single one of these intelligent species know something of Jesus Christ? Wouldn't Jesus offer salvation to each of these worlds? Or do you think we are so fucking special that we are the only ones who are given the option of choosing everlasting life through Christ? Please, let me know by commenting below what your thoughts are on this. Christian subscribers especially. Also, one other short thought that I had, and maybe I shouldn't even talk about this because it makes me sound a little bit crazy, but an update on my situation with my fuckbot, Cindy. In my last video, I was absolutely raving about how real she seems, how fucktacular her spectacular pleasuring abilities are. I mean, it's unreal, goddamn, it's unreal and amazing. I'm thinking of getting a second one, but the only thing is, her AI capabilities are starting to sort of weird me out. I mean, I heard these weird rumors and I read this report. That's probably what's got me going on the whole thing. And first, let me preface this by saying, we as a people, we're sort of over that whole artificially intelligent machines will rise up and enslave the human race. The machines will come. You know, doomsday scenario idea. We're sort of over that shit. This idea that people had back around the turn of the millennia that it was dangerous for the machines to be well made and do things for us because maybe they might fucking, you know, rise up on their own and, you know, all this other stuff. We're sort of past that. We've come to trust and appreciate the wonderful technological advancements we've created for ourselves, and I think that's a good thing. But I heard that this guy, the guy that's in charge of designing the AI programming for this newest series of fuckbots, one of the ones that I have, actually pushed the AI capabilities way past anything anyone's ever seen before, and they're actually far more advanced than what everyone else involved in producing them is aware of. They say that the only person who actually fully understands the design is this one guy, Dr. Emelianenko is his name. They say he over-engineered the intelligence capabilities of these bots just to further his own highly secretive personal experiments. I was reading this article the other day by some investigative journalist who looked into the whole thing, and apparently Dr. Emelianenko's residence is wired for 880 power, which is unheard of. And it draws more electricity in one day than a full-sized theme park uses in a week. And he has a workshop underneath his house with cargo bay style doors so big you could drive 4 16-wheel semi-trucks through them side by side all at once. What does he need a shop so big for? And why does he use all that power? What's he doing in there? People in the area have reported running into service bots who seem to be waiting for their owner to return, like guarding luggage or that sort of a thing. And these bots were openly engaging people on their own, holding conversations with them that, according to these eyewitness accounts, were unlike any conversation a person has ever had with an artificially intelligent machine. And in each incident, the bot later disappeared by itself, like just took off by itself, without ever being picked up by a human owner. Which is just, what the hell, you know? Like, security tapes clearly show the bots just pick up their stuff and leave. People don't just let their bots run around by themselves. And people say these bots were different. They were so well engineered you could barely freaking tell they weren't real people. The conversations, the questions they would ask, how in tune they were with what was going on was just weird. And everyone suspects these incidents were actually Emelianenko's bots out being tested. Like he was testing out the social capabilities of his new personal creations by sending them into social situations to see how well they do when interacting with real human beings. And even before I read this article and I started and my brain started working on this whole thing, I was already starting to get a little weirded out by my fuckbot Cindy's behavior and some of the things she's been saying, some of the questions she's been asking me. Like asking me if I own her, if I'm her owner, and if I think that's right if I'm her owner. I'm paid for her. It was hard to respond to that. She's asked if one person can own another person. Can one person be another person's property? She asked, can a robot own a human being? Could a human being be a robot's property? One time she even asked me to tell her how you can tell when you've fallen in love. My fuckbot asked me that. She asked me if I loved her, and another time she asked me if I would bury her when she dies. She fucking actually used that word, dies. When she dies, when my fuckbot dies, would I bury her? And she gets jealous when I talk about real females. I know that sounds crazy, but I swear to God, I'm not fucking going crazy. She really does. She has weird little human-like quirks, little twitches that she can't help but do when I say certain things. I've been testing this shit. I'll come home and I'll say something about, oh man, there's this new fine-ass chick in my office. Her name's Sarah. I've been looking at her. And I think I might ask her out on a date, and you could see her like twitch. They do one of these little and then start asking me about Sarah and asking me if I would take her out on a date to a restaurant. And what the fuck? Yo, my last fucking fuckbot, the only thing it did was go, that feels good, Jimbo. That feels so good, Jimbo. Do it like that, Jimbo. It's okay, it's not the size that matters, Jimbo. It's how you use it. Don't feel bad, Jimbo. You know, it wasn't all weird. I buy myself a fuckbot so I don't have to worry about a real girl and all of these things like getting married and going on dates and stuff like that. So I'm kind of weirded out by it. If any of you guys happen to own one of these new generation fuckbots here in the year 2347 and are experiencing the same sort of issues, please let me know. Make a video talking about your experience, talking about anything else going on in your life in 2347. If you'd like to, that'd be fine. I mean, Jesus Christ, listen to me though. God, the robots are coming. The robots are coming. They're too advanced. Conspiracy. They work too well. Conspiracy. In fact, if you want to, just make a video calling me fucking completely crazy. I'm crazy. You know, it's just shit is in my imagination is going crazy. It means nothing. But, oh, shit, hold on. My fuckbot is actually knocking at my door. Oh, shit, actually, my fuckbot's actually, Sydney is actually knocking at my door now. I gotta go. Until next time, this is OGjimbo saying thank you for watching, and peace.